What we got, Johnny?
So we got something pretty special here in the shop today. As you can see behind me, we have a Pro Mod Dodge Cummins powered truck. Derek can come up here and let y'all see that this thing is pretty damn sweet. It's full billet block, billet head ordeal. Like I said, it's a very nice piece. This project is just now getting finished up. It's a brand new build. Hadn't ever been down the track or anything like that, but needs a few little fine finishing touches to it, and that's what he's got it here for us to do. Is to there's a few little things that need to be changed, and we're gonna help him try to get a little weight out of this thing. So we got the fun part of this, a completely brand new build that is pretty much completely done, and now we have to take and do our best to try to get some weight out of this thing. So it's going to be a pretty interesting process to get that done.
Let's go to the passenger side.
Yeah, we'll go to the passenger side real quick.
See what we're working with.
So this morning, I already got a lot of the inside of the cab pulled apart, but here we had nitrous bottles. Back here we had fire suppression system. We had a carbon seat with all the pour-in foam and everything like that. So I got all that pulled out. Got a few of the small wiring and stuff out of the way that we needed to. Got the fire suppression lines moved out of the way. And then I started getting some of the roll bars and everything like that taped up, because I will be in and out of this thing a good bit. I think I ran out of tape. Gotta go get some more tape. Tape up as much of this as I can. That way I don't mess up the paint as little as I can. Gotta get the windows taped up, and then we'll start to get cutting on this thing. You're probably wondering, well, what in the heck are you gonna be cutting? Well, we get to cut all this rear structure out right here behind all this cage. So that's what's gonna be fun. So not cutting out any of the window structure or anything like that, but this whole piece right here will be scabbing it out of there, and then pretty much from here all the way down, all of that factory tin will be going. It still has the factory tin from the main hoop back to this piece. So like I said, from here all the way down to here, all of that will be coming out. So that's going to be quite interesting to get all that out. It's going to be probably a million little tiny pieces coming out of there. I told Derek I was going to switch with him, but he said no.
I'm too fat to get in there.
He said, I'm too fat. We can crawl up underneath here real quick and kind of show y'all the big part, because obviously this weighs a little bit, but there's actually still the whole factory structure of the cab that's up underneath here that we're going to be taking out. So as you can see, it's pretty much this whole piece right here, and then it runs all the way across through there. So we're going to be cutting all that out too. We'll be cutting the frame mounts off for the body, redoing those, because like I said, all of this inner structure up through here will be coming out. We will be having to cut this bracing off to get these off of here, and yeah, so this is going to be really fun. Next thing I do too is I gotta get the dry shaft out of here. Gotta get some of these lines moved down and out of the way and stuff like that, and get to cutting. But I mean, as you can see up underneath it, this thing's literally brand new. It ain't got a drop of anything or dirt, grime, or nothing on this bad boy. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Gonna be very interesting. But it's gotta be done. So we're gonna make this thing happen and get this thing lightened up for them. I guess we can crawl back out from underneath here. Some of y'all may be wondering why they didn't cut that out whenever they originally built the truck, and the reasoning that didn't get cut out is because this truck started out like a lot of projects do, and it was just supposed to be a standard truck with an 850 cert cage in it. Well, that's how it started. Then it progressed into back halving the truck. Well, then they back halved it, and then progressed to front clipping the truck, and then it's just evolved from what was supposed to be a very fast street truck into a full tube chassis Pro Mod at this point. So like I said, he wants to get a little bit more weight out of it, so we're going to try to hoping that we can get probably 100 to 120 pounds out of this thing. So we're going to do our best to see how much we can cut out. He's fine with me cutting out whatever I want to. So, like I said, we're going to skin all this. There's some more of the inner structure up in here that we might try to get out to save a little bit of weight on that. And then after we get done with that, obviously we'll put the inside back together and everything. But I'm just going to go over the truck from front to back, see if there is anything that I see that needs to be changed or anything like that. Just go over it with fine-tooth comb, make sure everything's good. There's already a few little small things that I found that I want to change, and then there's also a few other small things that he wants us to do. I know he's got the he's changing out the charger on this thing, and whoever did the original fab work on it for some reason cut the V-band flange off of the compressor cover and used an odd style flange. So now whenever he goes to change out turbos, because I guess some of the classes that he runs that are only allowed certain turbo combos, he would have to cut the flange off of every turbo and change it on there. But we're not gonna do that. We're going to remove this charge pipe and change it back to the GT55 style flange for this compressor cover. That way he can just swap the turbos out as needed. What else? There was some other small stuff too that he wanted us to do.
That was the big thing.
Yeah. Those are the two big things. Some of the smaller stuff that I know I'm gonna do is like the NRO bar links. They're super small on this thing, so I'm gonna go ahead and get those changed out for them. Just do something a little bit more beefy because those ones that are on there are pretty small. Get that changed out, and then like I said, just look the truck.
Oh, the hood support.
Oh yeah, the hood support. So they put these stalls right here to help support this hood, but it's got a one-piece front end. We'll go look at all that stuff here in a minute. And the hood is quite flimsy here in the center, so we are going to make a cross brace that comes up and then help support the center of the hood, and may even run something that runs across the center here and attaches here to help give that hood some support. That way it don't cave in while he's going down the track. But yeah, I'll let Derek just walk around and get a good view of this thing because it is a very nice build. I mean, it's an extremely nice build. So definitely
They did a good job.
Yeah, whoever did it did a very good job, and I'm excited to get to hacking on this thing.
I mean, are you really excited?
Yes and no. Yes and no.
There's a lot going on in here for sure.
Yeah.
It looks empty now, but it was full. It's pretty tight in there though.
So it's got not carbon fiber, but it's got composite bedsides on it that all is Zeus on and everything, all the carbon fiber upper cover and everything like that. Dual parachutes, the world's biggest set of carbon fiber wheelie bars on this thing. These things are absolutely massive. Derek can get a go up under the rear view of this thing. It's got a Fab 9 housing, 4-link. I think it's Spencer's all the way around it. It's floater ordeal. So I mean, it's got a lot of nice parts on it. This is a very nice build. So just finish up that last 10% of this thing, and hopefully he'll be making some passes. I don't know if he's going to make any passes in it this year, but I definitely know he's going to be making passes at the beginning of next year. So get that finished up. But like I said, we pan over here. Got the one-piece front end. I don't know how the color translates in the video, but the color on this thing is jam up.
Oh yeah, it's nice. Very nice.
Very jam up.
Is that the original RT color, or is
it might be? Yeah, that's one thing about this truck too, is it started its life as he said a Viper truck, didn't he?
Yeah, it's SRT truck.
It's the SRT Viper truck, so it still has the original VIN tag and everything like that for it. So I mean, it technically is still a Viper truck. But got the one-piece front end, got the composite doors, Lexington windows, carbon fiber bottles, fire suppression system, all the fire suppression lines I had to take out, window net, carbon fiber seat, MPI steering wheel. So like I said, this thing's got a lot of nice pieces on it. For all y'all out there that are probably like me that don't know a whole lot about the diesel stuff, you may be wondering, oh, they have nitrous on this thing? Yes, they have a shit ton of nitrous on this thing. That's pretty common in the diesel world apparently, but he was talking about, whenever they make a pass, it has 5 kits on it. And I'm not lying whenever I say that, and they use all 5 kits. So 2 of those kits are used to help spool the motor, and then the other 3 are just like a direct injection type ordeal. Kind of blew my mind because I'm used to car stuff, and that would absolutely annihilate what I'm used to. So, I'm gonna get started cutting on this thing. This is probably gonna be a little bit more of a long format video. Do a little time lapse of me cutting out on this thing, and then just kind of check in with y'all every once in a while as I get the rock and rolling on this thing. But yeah, we'll do time lapse, and then pretty much y'all see it done. So. Man, have we been cutting on this thing. So Derek will be able to show you in here, but we have spent 2 days now cutting on this thing.
Yeah, two
two and a half days cutting on this thing. So
how about you climb up in there and show everybody
inside or up underneath?
You pick.
I'll go up
2 holes
there.
now. Nah, yeah, go ahead and come up through there.
Oh, baby. Well, we got a little bit of room in here now, but yeah, as you can see, we've got a shit ton cut out on this thing. We still have a little bit more to cut out, but we've got the majority of everything cut out in here that we was going to. Really about the only other thing that's going to be left cutting out is a little bit of this outer structure over here, and we got a little bit more down here on the bottom, but for the most part, 90% of this stuff's cut out. We got our Derek finished these up today. We got our we ended up having to cut these bars right here, so we ended up just sleeving them. I got a rosette, weld them and stuff, and then tying them back into this main upper bar. Some of you might be asking why we didn't just cut this bar fully out, and the reason for that, I don't know if you can see it in the video, but the way all this is tied in back here, it would have been an absolute nightmare trying to cut this out and get it all cleaned back up, because it's welded all the way around down this 4-link bracket right here. So, but this isn't a main support bar for the 4-link bracket. It is just a it's just a support bar. It's not an actual main structural bar for the 4-link. You know, obviously if it was one of these bars or one of these bars here or something like that, we would have cut it completely out. But this is more of almost just like a stabilizer bar in a sense. So we got this sleeved about 4 to 6 inches back up in here. We'll rosette weld it, all the way around, and then it's welded back into this main bar up here. So yeah, we got all that done. It's funny because it looks like there is a crap ton of room in here, but pretty much the whole first day there was absolutely no room. I mean, no room at all. So
it's best case, worst case.
Yeah, best
scenario.
case, worst case scenario. But you are able to sit up in here, so that's kind of nice. So that made it nice doing these bars and cutting out some of this other stuff. But y'all can tell from, well, you can and can't tell from the time-lapse videos. It's just hard to get a good angle on that stuff. But yeah, we got a shit ton done. I mean, pretty much the next video will be us finishing this thing up. I'm going to crawl out from underneath here and we'll go look at everything that we've gotten out of this thing. So these are a few of the pieces. This is kind of some of the last stuff that we got out of here, so you can kind of tell how much we've cut out of this. But we got that. And then this whole box right here is completely full, and it is not light. If y'all want to, in the comments, leave a comment of how much metal y'all think that we've pulled out of this thing. We'll take, and then in the next video, go weigh it on the scale and see exactly how much we've been able to pull out. But I'll go ahead and just go over a little bit of getting this thing back together. It's not going to be fun either. The sheet metal work's going to have to be done in probably at minimum 3 pieces, just because of the way that the bars come in here. Might be able to get that upper piece in one shot all the way down through there, and then have it sit through here around these bars right through here. But these 2 bottom pieces, or it'll be 2 bottom pieces here, just because I don't know how exactly I'm going to get them in there.
Yeah.
So this thing's got a lot of bars in it, and so it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really fun trying to get all these pieces back in here and getting this cab back closed off. But it's turned out good. Excited to get this thing done, get it back to him, because I know as soon as he gets it back from us, he's renting a track and going to start doing some testing on this thing. So that'll be it on this this part of the video. But y'all stay tuned, and we'll get y'all a final result on this thing. And like I said, leave a comment of how much weight y'all think we've pulled out so far, and we'll show y'all in the next video exactly how much we did. But y'all have a good weekend, and we'll see y'all in the next video.